Hi guys, so today I'm taking the RS6 to a local BMW dealer and I'm gonna have the opportunity to try out the new M5. So bear with me while I take off the cover of the RS6 and then we'll be on our way. In the past couple of, I guess, months, I guess all of us have heard quite a lot about the new M5. Basically equal to the RS6 in terms of horsepower, at least the RS6 performance, around 600 horsepower. But I guess the new thing with the M5 is that now you get four-wheel drive, so suddenly now they're able to plant that 600 horsepower a lot better into the ground. So, I mean, the power in this RS6 is just phenomenal. 0 to 100, 3.7 or 3.8 seconds, I think, for a 2-ton car. I mean, it's a heavy car. You feel it when you're driving, especially in curvy back roads. It's not at all like the M4. So it's going to be really interesting to see now what how the M5 is. I don't know exactly the weight of it, but I assume that it's probably somewhere around the 2-ton mark as well. But certainly with a four-wheel drive, then and also the option to go between four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive, I guess that makes it quite versatile and quite you can still have a lot of fun with it. So it's gonna be a good day to try out this new M5. So guys, here it is, the brand new M5. Just had the first test drive with it, and I must say that I am seriously impressed by it. It is so different compared to my M4 that it's just light years, in terms of difference. Of course, completely different kind of car, I guess. But I'm so impressed by the if I start comparing it to my RS6, just look at how close. I mean, there's almost no space there between the wheel and the metal frame. I was really hesitant to this color at the beginning, but this combination with a really light interior, it's fantastic. And I mean, the sound from this car, you get the motor sound, in sport or in sport plus mode, you get some serious engine noise. But when you're cruising along, it's like a limousine. It's so quiet. I think it's more quiet than my RS6 actually. I'm seriously impressed by it. Just performance-wise on the motorway, heading over here to my place from the dealer. I mean, there's some serious amount of power in this car. So let's hit the road a little bit, and so you guys can also find out how it is to drive. Mentioning before, I'm seriously impressed by this car. I mean, just look at hope you can get a good picture of the interior here, but it's I mean, clearly a big step up from my M4. If I just look at, for example, the display, everything's been it's like a virtual cockpit or digital display compared to the analog that I have in the M4. Right now I'm in Sport Plus, so I'm gonna take it back to comfort mode. And the car it's quiet, it's super easy to drive, and yet you still have so much power at hand. So it's like I said, I'm really impressed by this car, truly. Compared to my RS6, you know, I get the same feeling when I'm driving this car. It's like driving a limousine, but at the flick of a switch, you know, you suddenly have this race car beast. You know, it's just incredible how the car transforms. And I hope you guys can hear a little bit now. There's, you know, right now in this comfort or efficient mode, the car is very quiet. I'm just going to turn the corner here, and then we can flip it over to the sport mode, and maybe we can see if we hear any kind of difference. By the way, there's a button here so that you can actually open and close the valves of the exhaust when you want, no matter which driving mode you're in. Okay, just going through a bit of you know, speed bumps here out of this little town, but then we can, so you can, there you go. Suddenly, you know, it's completely different car than before. Suspension has been, it's a lot harder, a bit more weight to the steering wheel. By the way, that's the big difference compared to my M4. I mean, BMW have apparently, you know, deliberately made the steering wheel a lot heavier on the M4. Even in the comfort mode, it's quite heavy. You know, it feels like you're, yeah, it feels like you're driving a tractor almost. Here in this car, super easy. It's like the RS6. You know, it's effortless in the comfort mode, and then here in M1 or sport mode, you can feel there's a bit more weight added to the steering wheel, but still, you know, it's not nowhere near the amount of effort that you have to put give or put in on the M4. You know, just driving on these roads here, it absorbs all the little potholes and everything. It's just lovely, you know. And you really feel that you're in total control. You know exactly where you have the car, because it is in the end. I can't remember if it's around 2 tons. I mean, the RS6 is around 2 tons, so that's my comparison. But you know, it's incredible how the manufacturers actually make these big cars feel so light and nimble. I mean, this one feels just, you know, for being such a big car as it is, it's just crazy how good it feels. I'm loving it. I don't know what you guys think about the interior, but I kind of like the, I mean, I'm a sucker for these you know, light interior. I always have to sit on a towel because you know, the jeans make marks on there. But I mean, look at this. You know, you have that red stitching that's going through here everywhere, both on the black and the white leather. Look at the Alcantara and the roof. You know, it's quite nice environment in the end. So I'm just gonna go up for a bit of a mountain road drive here. Oh man, there's so much power, unbelievable. I think I was, you know, maybe putting the gas pedal down by half there. Wow. It's good with the head-up display, so you can see how fast you're actually going. Downshift there by itself, very well. Coming out of the corner here, a bit more power then. 100, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Oh my god. Jesus, and how long it pulls in the gears. It's just non-stop power. Wow. Okay, back to the interior. So you know, iConnect, super easy. It's all touch now if you want. I don't like it. You get all those greasy finger marks on the display. You can still use the, you know, the toggle or the mouse kind of thing here. Quite interesting, the new gear knob. It's a lot bigger, kind of. There's that, I don't know if you see that, there's a park button now as well, which is quite nice. So we're continuing up this this mountain road here. I'm not gonna press it too hard, but still a public road and everything. Lucky that there's no rain, but who cares when you got four-wheel drive, right? Four-wheel drive in a mega BMW. Who would have known? Oh, you feel safe in this car. Safe, comfortable, knowing that basically almost nothing can outrival you on the road. Oh man, yeah. This car, I think, is gonna sell a lot. I mean, I want it already. It's just lovely. It's just, you feel good driving it. I feel the sensor there. You know, the lane assist was kicking in because I just went over the line a little bit. You feel it in the steering wheel, how it starts to vibrate, pulling you back into your lane. Excellent. Nice winding roads here. If this guy can just get out of the way, but then we have a cyclist, but up we go. Bit more power. Oh my god, Jesus. Wow, is all I can say. It moves, that's for sure. I know, it almost feels like I feel the you know, the surge and the power more in this car than the RS6. Maybe it's because when I drive the RS6, I'm used to, you know, how it's going to react when I put my you know, foot down on the pedal. Maybe this one is, you know, will feel the same after a while, getting used to it. But here on these winding roads, it's just great. If this guy can get out of the way, it would be even better. So I'm gonna find a spot, take some photos, and then we're gonna head back to the dealership again with the car. But you know, wanting this car just gets stronger and stronger the more you drive it. That's for sure. I mean, a car like this, it's just perfect for your daily drives. Imagine, you know, waking up in the morning, you can't get ready fast enough, you know, to jump out into the car, start driving. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Finished off the photo shoot, took some photos up here on the mountain, and we're heading back now. Just wanted to show you, I mean, look how net or detailed or how good the picture is on the cameras, you know, when you're parking. It's just phenomenal. It's great. I mean, if I compare that again to my M4 or even on the RS6, they're nowhere close to that. So well done, BMW, to upgrade your cameras. So we're basically heading back down the mountain. We're gonna go back to the dealership and have a bit of a discussion. See what he has to say. But I have to say, general impression is that this is one fantastic car, really. I'm really impressed. Just having, let's say, I guess I only have the M4 right now to compare with when it comes to BMW. I do have the RS6 to compare with, and a bunch of other RS models that I've had in the past years. But you know, in terms of, again, this it's almost like, you know, these Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of cars. They can be this wonderful limousine type kind of daily driver, and then they turn into this monstrous beast, you know, whenever you want, with so much power, so much traction, so much you know, stability. They're like glued to the road. It's great. That makes it so much fun, and it makes the car so much versatile, you know. Basically you don't have to have two cars. It's you know, it's several cars in one. And with the RS6, you know, I have with the big boot that you have in that one. By the way, that reminds me, we should take a look at how big the boot is on this one. But on the RS6, you know, when you travel far or if you're going somewhere, you just fit everything into that car. It's just massive. Of course, here you always have the back seats that you can use if you don't have a 200 kids. But they have a lot of space, you know, these cars. So in that sense, they're practical as well. It's not just fun, they're not just comfortable, but practical as well. I mean, definitely, if I only could choose one car, I would be choosing between an RS6 and an M5 at the moment, I think. I haven't driven the E63S yet. I've driven many E-Class Mercedes. Wasn't too impressed by them. The AMG motors, sure, they're great. A lot of brute force, a lot of you know, awesome sound in them as well. But I don't know. This M5 and the Audi RS6 just feel a little bit more technically refined. But okay, I think there's a new E-Class coming out soon, so you know, let's see. But right now, I would choose between the M5 and the RS6, that's for sure. And I kind of like this color. I have to find out what the name is, but for sure the interior I like the red stitching that matches the outside color of the car. It's an awesome spec. I just have to see what kind of you know, options it has, but you know, just sitting in the car is I don't feel that it is missing anything, nothing important at least. I do know it doesn't have ceramic brakes, but you know, ceramic brakes they only give an advantage if you're braking hard very often. And the way that I drive, I'm not on a track. I drive to work. You know, we make some trips on the weekends and so on. So it's mostly, you know, normal roads. So I don't need ceramic brakes. So that's fine. I love that BMW though, that they tend to color their, you know, the brake calipers on their M cars. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's blue. I find that pretty cool. You can get red ones for RS if you want, but that's an option. Here on this one, for example, the blue is standard. The same on my M4. So it's been great driving this car. I'm by myself today, so couldn't get that much footage of you know, outside footage of it driving by, but hopefully you guys got a good understanding of what this car is capable of. And if you're thinking about buying one, my advice would be just go for it. You will not be disappointed. Doesn't get much better than this in terms of you know, 4-door saloon, that's for sure. Okay guys, over and out. Take care and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the Lenda74 Instagram page as well, where we post a lot of our photos. Take care, bye.